5,000 bales in here. Jeepers. So welcome back to another episode. And yes, started the episode off with I'm not going to say a solemn moment. It is sad. Like I'm not gonna candy coat that. It is sad when one of your favorite animals has to go. But that's the irony of it. They have to go. Is that the thing? Unlike in the human world, when these animals that are 1,500 pound, 1,600 pound animals, when they get older, they become infirm. And if you've ever worked with an older animal that's slipped and fallen on ice, it's a very cruel way for an animal to go out. And it is technically the same as when humans, gosh forbid, ailments and disease and all the terrible things that can be happening and do happen. That's why you always take every day as a blessing. Every day you wake, open your eyes. You're doing better than somebody else. So, like I said, it's bittersweet, but she leaves behind daughters, a granddaughter, and a great-granddaughter in that pen. And the daughter she leaves behind from this past year is an incredible heifer. Candy. It's one of the best heifers we've ever had. So, like I said, she's leaving behind a good legacy. So, anyway, I'm gonna get to going feeding. So, further to the discussion that's been going on a few of the YouTube channels, talking about how you feed your cows dry fodder. So, bale rings, chopped feed, bale grazing, and then there's this, like bale processing. So, we do both. We do bale grazing. We've done bale grazing, bale ring grazing. Actually, was in this field a few years ago, and then doing this. But this is what I'm talking about. There is not a lot left there. There's the odd poop and pee that has landed on the swath, but for the most part, they won't pee and poop on it. At the start, you'll see here there's more, but they'll end up picking around it. And it seems to do them really good, because it's the action of eating from the ground, because that's what cows are designed for, funnily enough. But where I was going with this is, I've noticed we probably get more spoilage from bale rings than we do from blowing it out on the ground. Like, you'll probably get even as bad as maybe 5% spoilage around the bale ring, the bale feeder, because the cows pull it out and they drop it on the ground, and then as they're all tussling around the bale ring, they trample on it, and because they're there for repeated feedings, the stuff on the ground will get messed up. Versus out here, as you can see, we're in the bottom half of this paddock. The next paddock is half done, so I do the bottom half of all the paddocks, and then I start on the far away, depending if the weather's good. If the weather's not good, I'll move into the next paddocks closer to the yard for shelter. So, they're always on clean ground, always. That's stipulation. And yeah, you also make sure they clean up. So, this really does work for us. It might not work for you, everybody to their own, but like I said, I've studied this because, as we all know, feed is in short supply. We have a good supply of feed on the farm, but we've also got a client list of people who, if we have any to spare, they are to be notified as soon as possible. So, yeah. Now, I've toyed with the idea of getting a bale chopper. We could even, once we get the silage chopper running, we could chop feed through it. Just put the hay header on it and just blow it into a pile. But like I said, right now, why mess with this? It works. Can't even see them. Yeah, there. So yeah, that's my 10 cents before it gets carbon taxed and taken away from me. So I'll come back and give them their silage. Alright, welcome back to another day. So, last night I dropped a 3-year-old oat straw bale in there. So the reason for that was I have a bunch. I always try to keep older straw on hand, especially 2 to 3 year olds, especially oats. But the reason that I've started doing that, is between feedings, that there's always something there for them to nibble on. Because as you saw in the previous episodes, previous videos, that they're eating the bedding quite substantially. So I thought, well, let's give them access to a bale that they can just nibble on if they're hungry and I'm not out yet with any food. And they like it. There's always cows around it. So, good to know. That's what we will always do, is give them access to old straw in a bale ring. And it doesn't matter if they make a mess around the bale ring, because they can use it for bedding anyway. But, I don't know. You saw on the screen, it doesn't look like there's a lot of wastage around the bale ring, so win's a win. End of another day. Today still is Wednesday. Yeah. So, leading up to Christmas, Piper Doug got his Christmas shopping done today and nobody died. Actually, Piper Doug ended up having an impromptu karaoke in one of the stores with the absolutely fabulous young fella that was serving, so that got everybody's Christmas elbows tickled. Well, I hope y'all are having a good Christmas. It's probably Boxing Day when you're watching this. So, Piper Doug just went and did his Christmas shopping. And no, there wasn't any fatalities. The only really negative person was a young lady at Tim Hortons. I don't know, she was just having a bad day. But yeah, not polite in any way and barely even engaged, so I hope she had a lovely Christmas. Even though she was wearing one of those head dress things that some of the newer people to this country wear, I hope she has a lovely time. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, Piper Doug got his shopping done and spread Christmas cheer wherever he went. Yes, we did. So went to the old land of Pro Point, Princesses of the Autos, to get my 1516 socket to replace the Chinesium. And as you will notice, that's a 1/2-inch drive. Well, what's going on, Piper Doug? Well, here's the great thing. Any of the 3/4-inch drive sockets were all 12 point. There was no 6-point 3/4-inch drive sockets. None. Unless you bought an entire set. And I was not there to buy an entire set. So, what they have is a 3/4 to 1/2 inch impact. So the guy said these things are rated quite high. So I'm going to be putting it on the Ugga Dugga, and we are going to fire this bad boy at those. Now, the plan is that if this thing self-destructs, then what we will do is we will weld this to this. I know I probably should just go ahead and do that right now anyway, but I'm gonna give it a good old college try. Maybe film it too while we're at it. But, because I thought, well, I could always just weld this to that, because this has got a really nice, and this is garbage at this point. But if I break this, this is garbage. So we can end up just doing that. So either way, one way or another, there's going to be a 6-point socket undoing these on the big Ugga Dugga. Because I thought about welding this 6-point 15/16 on, but this is a mild socket, so it probably wouldn't last long. And this is my only 15/16 1/2 inch drive shallow socket I have, because all of my socket sets only go up to 7/8. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go feed the silage because it's late, and it took all afternoon in Brandon shopping, and whew, glad that's over. Okay, it is Thursday, and I hope you're all still enjoying the after Christmas high. You're all stuffed full of goodies and got all that turkey to make your way through. So, yes, this pen is growing. Yeah, that's what happens in this whole process. So, there's still 2 calves over there that don't have mummies, but they don't need to come over here until we do the big process. So 3 of the 4 in that pen will come over here, because one's getting weaned, the other one stays with the mummy. So the one that gets weaned, Queenie then will head across the road to the big herd and go back to her friends. Butters, with her baby, she will keep her baby and she will go to the second timers. So the reason she's going to the second timers, which will be this pen, is that all of the cows that calve that are not to go back to the bull for next year come across the road to the second timers. So once the second timers pen, once they've all have their second baby and they come across the road this way, all that's left in there is the culls. So that's why that pen will be used for Butters and then the culls, because they'll then be in there and then they'll make their way across the road next spring to be in the paddock. So what are we doing today? Today is Thursday. I think I said that already. As you can see, water is dripping. Yeah, we are on a lovely day. A little crisp, but it's warm. So we are processing the end cab heifers. So we're going to run them through into the little pen, the little sorting pen. It's closed up. These ones can't get into it. So then we are going to pull off. I'm hoping we can do this all in one shot. Pull off the hobbits and their babies, run them down through the chute and into the trailer, put them on the front of the trailer and close the door, and then pull the new bull and little Puddin Pop trainee bull, pull them 2 off, bring them in and throw them in the back of the trailer. That way I can pull the whole lot out, back the trailer over to the bull pen, unload the 2 boys, and then take the hobbits away to their winter home. That's the plan. Fingers crossed. We'll bring you back. Quite the horde. So further to our discussion yesterday, look at that. That's just a straw bale. That was combined straw, not green feed, not terribly messy, dirty crop, but combined straw. But because it's 2 this season, so almost 2.5 years old straw. Yeah, they just love it. It's crazy. Oh yeah, here's another one. So I'm going to blow out their hay bale. Then, watch out there, Leia. Leia with the little ear buns. Watch out, the processor's going to hit you in the bum. It's going to hit you. Come on, Leia, move. Come on. I think you guys said I need to put a good loud horn on these tractors. I don't know if this one even has one. So yeah. Anyway, let's get on. Very foggy. It's like almost 1 o'clock afternoon. Sun's still not burning through. It's supposed to, but so all we have left in here is Queenie and her boy, and Butters and her wee girl. All the rest of the calves are in here. Like in one of the last episodes, you saw hauling the hobbits away. So, as you can see, Bully Bull, a little guy's in behind the bell ring, actually. I panicked there. So yeah, those two are there. So eventually Jury, the Hereford bull, will come over there and hang out with them because they all know each other. And so yeah, the heifers, first time heifers went from this pen to that pen. So now they're shut in there. See, the gate at the back is closed. I'll eventually shut that back wall in again. Hopefully I'll have time to make the actual door. If not, I'll just put the tin back on. So these guys out here now have access to this corral because that's how they get their water. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run them out of hay out there and put the hay in here. So bring them in, shut them in here, and then work them back to there. And that way we'll pull the calves and pull Jury, and then that'll be them weaned. And then at that point we'll put Butters and her baby in with the second calvers. Yeah, all fun and games. Hey Max. Anyway, yeah, this bronchial infection thing is in the Piper Doug household. So yeah, the cold air bites, but not to worry. Onwards and uppers. Still not poking through. So here is what we call it's only flat on the bottom tire. Yeah, it's had a slow puncture for a while. As you can tell, the sidewalls are not great, but these are heavy duty tires, so it's obviously got a wee poke and a tickle. A wee poke and a tickle. Yeah, these are old, like, I think they're cement truck tires or something. They're original to this machine, so yeah, they're 20 years old. So yeah, it's Friday before Christmas, so I think Jody's repair shop and tire shop is still open, so I'm hoping, or I'm driving to Verdon to Fountain Tire, so yeah. Yeah, it's almost 4 o'clock and it's still like this. Well, at least it's not windy and at least it's not absolutely Baltic cold. That's the positive spin. Hey Felicia! And you don't see it this thick for this long. That's me just out at the end of the grazing paddock, taking the mixer wagon back to the yard. Yeah, look at that. You can even see the fog between me and the tractor. She's thick. We've actually got sunshine today. Yay! The hoarfrost is quite impressive today. So today is Saturday. Tomorrow is Christmas Eve. Woo-hoo-hoo. But you've already had Christmas, you all. Because I'm in the past. Anyway, so what are we doing? Well, we're preparing to do the second last big sort. Yeah. So this crew here are going to come in, get shut in. We will pull Jury out and move him to his winter home, and then we will pull the babies out. So yeah, once the babies are out, these guys will be free to come back out here. They'll still have the number 2 corral, but we'll also be putting Butters and her little miracle baby out with these guys, because they will stay with these guys for the winter. So yeah, stick with us, I'll get this done. There we go. That's the 3 boys in their winter home. Tell you, couldn't have asked for a better, what is this, 23rd of December? Yeah. Couldn't have asked for a better one. It was hovering about 0 at one point. So, what do we have? So here is mostly second calvers, first time calvers. That's Butters bullying somebody. So Butters' baby's in there with her somewhere, hiding. So they'll stay there. Actually, that's Mark. So second calvers are in there. There's one in there who's a year older. That's a second calver because she didn't calve last year. So this is it. Outside of Butters' little miracle baby, this is the calf crew. This is the 2023 crop year. So next week, I think it's the 27th. So Wednesday, so some of you will be watching this video, we will be currently processing this whole crew. So what we end up doing is, we take those gates down, move this panel over there, create a funnel, walk these guys round, out, down, through and in. And then we'll do like a bigger sorting pen out the back end there. And we'll come down, the boys will come to this gate and go back, and the girls will come out this gate and into here. So boys far away, girls here. So the boys will leave first, that's why they're going back into the sorting area. They'll go in January. And then the girls, whenever the buyers are ready for the girls, we'll all leave except our 15 pickers. Replacements. Yeah. These are the ones that were just weaned, so they're going to start getting rowdy. So yeah. So yeah, once those boys leave, these boys here that will be in that pen, then the 2 bulls that are with the big herd still right now, we will pull them out and we'll put them into this corral here. And that's our system. Easy as pie. Isn't that right, Mr. Moon? I don't know if you can see that with how good my phone is. No, my phone is not that good. Nope. Anyway, gotta do silage. Yeah, these guys will stay in here tonight and probably tomorrow, because that way they're not wandering around yelling at everybody, because I think most of them haven't figured their babies are missing yet. So, they're gonna be neighbors tonight. Okay, let's go do silage. Yeah. I don't know if this is just because we turned the winter solstice, but yesterday, foggy as all heck. Today, turning out, ending the same way. Yeah. It's more like Halloween than Christmas. So, I don't know if you can make this out. Not very well. So yeah, this is them on the straw diet now. So, roughly between a 1/6 and a 1/5 of the mixer load is straw. So, that's one of the reasons why we'll show you down in the bale yard. We have a stack of three-year-old wheat straw and 3-year-old oat straw. And then we have a whole bunch of 2-year-old oat straw. So the 3-year-old stuff is the stuff that we're feeding. We'll put a bale for them to eat on. So that's also the first straw that we're putting in the mixer wagon. Because like my dad says, on your last trimester of pregnancy with the cows, you don't want them to be on a high protein ration, because that makes big calves and it makes for birthing problems. So if you're putting protein to them, you try and wind that down at the end of the second trimester. The last trimester is just make sure they have enough energy and make sure they're full. And that's pretty much what we're doing with this silage mix. You've got enough silage, you got enough hay, and we build the rest up with older straw, which they still crave, but it won't make for great big calves. So anyway, empty this load. Christmas Eve, everybody. This is Peanut. This is one of the ones from the first timers pan, like these little vocal ones. Peanut has the distinction of having 3 colors. She is the only calf we have, and she is one of the heritage animals, so she stays. This has 3 colors. So yeah, she's red, she has tan on the top of her head, and white. And it's definitely 3 distinct colors, because you can make that out back there. See? So this is Puddin's granddaughter. Oh, point it where I'm going. So yeah, she's a fine big girl. Take after her grandma. Yep. Okay. Well, Merry Christmas, everybody. Yeah, so we're having drama. As you can see, the repair to this tire did not work. They kind of knew it was a long shot because the actual band, the wiring is broken in the tire right there. So, tire shop in Verdun, it has one of these. This is a 22.5-inch rim. It's a 445 super single. So they have a takeoff from one of the cement trucks down there, Verdun. They're not back at work until Wednesday, so we just gotta make do till then. Yesterday I had fun putting the tire back in the rim with my big homemade bead blaster. That was fun. So it stays up just long enough to get 1 load of silage done, which kind of sucks. But anyway, so yes, Merry Christmas. And as you can see, a cow footprint. So that's what Piper Doug got to see this morning. Santa Claus left Piper Doug a cow wandering around the yard. Yeah. Well, that doesn't sound like fun. No, it wasn't a tremendous amount of fun. No, she's been everywhere. Hey, sweeties. They're squishers. Hi, squishers. And that's the thing, is it's hard to get mad. It's Queenie. Queenie broke out. There she is. Why is Queenie in there? Good question. Because Queenie got out of there, walked over there, walked around the side, climbed through the fence into the paddock where these guys are shut out of. Hey, Mark. Hey, Mark. So I figured best to put Queenie back in with her friend Butters, who is, where are you, Butters? Hey, sweetie. Butters is around here, so I think that's Butters. No, that's Queenie there. At least Butters will keep her calm, because Queenie's cab is in there. Might be the one that's yelling, I'm not sure. Hey, Mark. So yeah, we'll just leave her in here until she calms down, and then we can put her back across the road. If not, she can just stay in here with these guys. There's lots of room. So yeah, today is Christmas Day, so Monday. And then come Wednesday, we're doing the big process. So that'll be after you watch this video. So I think that's Queenie's boy right in the middle of the screen there. He doesn't have any tags. So yeah, gonna do some feeding. Just doing the bare essentials until go back inside and have Christmas dinner with everybody. Yeah, anyway, you can get on with this. Hope everybody's having a really good Christmas day. Hope everybody got spoiled. My family spoiled Piper Doug quite handedly. Mrs. Piper Doug and the family almost made the Piper Doug shed a tear. They made some very beautiful, got some very beautiful pictures framed up of cows that we've had to say goodbye to in the last little while here. So yeah, the one that Puddin that just left, they actually had a picture of her done up for me. And, oh, I tell you, oh, I got all uptight. Oh, jeepers. There's, speaking of Puddin, there's her wee girl. Yeah. Anyway, I gotta go and find out where Queenie broke out from, because I don't want anybody else to do it. Anyway, okay, let's go feed. Well, I'm about to go and put the last bit of food down for the big herd. We're not doing silage today because I can't be bothered fighting with that tire. And I've been keeping an eye out for that bad puppy that's wandering around. So we're getting ready to have Christmas supper, dinner, whatever you want to call it. Hope everybody had a great Christmas. Almost a full moon. We are oh, there's a bunch more come through here. That's great. Yeah, so yeah, the next installment of Piper Doug will be coming out New Year, I think, if that is the right timeline. Just making sure the puppy's not over here. Bad doggy. No, I don't see it. So yeah, hope you all had a great Christmas. Hope you all have a very safe and happy New Year. Hug my knee, as they say in Scotland. And up to a better year. Yeah. So all the best from here at the Shire. All the best from the Piper Doug clan to you and yours all around the world. There's Candy. Hey, sweetie. Yeah. Tell you bye, everybody.